Look at this. This is not a national park. This is not a nature reserve. This is an entire country. We live in a world of concrete and glass, but there are still places on Earth where the trees have won. Today, we are counting down the top 10 most forested nations on the planet. From a land where birds are poisonous to the touch, to a hidden kingdom where escaped slaves built a secret civilization, these are the last true wildernesses. Number 10, Finland. We start our journey in the frozen north. While the rest of our list is dominated by tropical heat, Finland stands alone as the icy guardian of the forest. 74% of this nation is covered in trees, mostly spruce, pine, and birch. But Finland is different for another reason. Here, the forest is not just scenery, it is a bank account. They call it green gold. Finland has mastered the art of cutting down trees and planting them back even faster. It is an industrial machine, yet it feels wild. This connection goes deeper than industry. It is medicinal. Scientists here have studied a concept that is becoming famous worldwide: forest bathing. They found that spending just 20 minutes in these boreal woods significantly lowers blood pressure and reduces stress hormones. In Finland, the silence of the forest isn't empty, it is a prescription. This is all accessible thanks to a beautiful ancient law called every man's right. In Finland, you do not need permission to walk in the woods, camp for the night, or pick as many berries as you can carry, even on private land. The forest belongs to everyone. It is a place where modern industry meets an ancient respect for nature, proving that humans and trees can actually get along. Number 9, Liberia. We fly south to West Africa, to a country that has seen hard times but holds a beautiful secret. Liberia covers about 78% of its land in lush rainforest. For years, civil war kept outsiders away, which accidentally saved these forests from being cut down. Today, places like Papua National Park are some of the last strongholds of the Upper Guinean forest. But there is an even older force protecting these trees than modern laws. Liberia is home to powerful secret societies known as the Poro and the Sand. For centuries, they have designated certain areas as sacred groves, forbidden to outsiders and safe from the axe. It is a form of spiritual conservation that has kept the canopy intact for generations. Hidden inside this green wall is a creature that looks like a mythical beast, the pygmy hippo. It is half the height of a normal hippo, weighs a quarter as much, and spends its time sneaking through the forest shadows rather than swimming in big rivers. These forests are their final refuge, a rebounding reservoir of life in a region that desperately needs it. Number 8, Papua New Guinea. Welcome to the Wild West of botany. Papua New Guinea, sitting north of Australia, is 79% forest, but that number does not tell the whole story. This is one of the most rugged, unexplored places on Earth. The forests here are so dense and the mountains so steep that hundreds of different tribes have lived here for thousands of years, often just a few miles apart without ever meeting each other. This terrain has preserved over 800 distinct languages, making it the most linguistically diverse place on the planet. This isolation has created an evolutionary wonderland. But tread carefully because these forests are home to a creature that defies belief, the hooded pitohui. It is one of the only poisonous birds on Earth. Its skin and feathers carry a neurotoxin so potent that just touching it can numb your hands and burn your skin. It is a flying warning sign that in Papua New Guinea, nature fights back. And of course, this is the home of the birds of paradise, creatures with feathers so colorful and dances so bizarre, they look like they were designed by a cartoonist. For the local tribes, these forests are not just resources, they are a spiritual home, creating a bond between man and nature that the modern world has largely forgotten. Number 7, Equatorial Guinea. On the coast of Central Africa lies a tiny nation with a massive forest cover of 86%. But the reason these trees are still standing is a bit of a paradox. It is because of oil. When Equatorial Guinea discovered massive offshore oil reserves, its economy shifted entirely to drilling. People moved to the cities to find work, and farming declined. The forest was left alone to take back the land. This accidental conservation has protected the Monte Allen National Park, a rugged landscape of mist and granite. Inside this reserve lives the Goliath frog. This is not a normal frog. It can grow to the size of a house cat and weigh over 7 pounds. It is a monster of the amphibian world, building its own nursery ponds by moving heavy rocks with its massive legs. It is a creature that demands a large, undisturbed habitat, thriving in a country where the trees were saved by the drill. Number 6. Guyana. Now we head to South America, to the edge of the Amazon. Guyana is 87% forest, and it is trying to do something revolutionary. It is trying to get rich by doing absolutely nothing. Most countries make money by cutting trees down for timber or farming. Guyana is making money by keeping them alive. They have signed massive deals, including a $750 million contract with major corporations to sell carbon credits. Basically, the world pays Guyana to keep breathing for us. To prove this works, they established the Iwo International Center. It is a living laboratory, a massive chunk of rainforest gifted to the Commonwealth to test sustainable living. Here, scientists and indigenous Makushi people work together to prove that a standing forest is worth more than a timber yard, and it is worth protecting. Deep in these jungles lies Kayatur Falls, the world's largest single-drop waterfall by volume. It is a place of raw power hidden in a country that is proving a standing tree is the most valuable asset of the 21st century. Number 5. The Solomon Islands. In the Pacific Ocean, we find a paradise that is in trouble. The Solomon Islands are 90% covered in trees, but this is a statistic that comes with a warning. This nation is being logged at a speed that is terrifying. Ships from around the world are lined up to take these trees away. While the satellite maps still show green, the reality on the ground is changing fast. It is a tragedy in motion because these islands are unique. They are an evolutionary laboratory where species evolve in isolation on sky islands, mountaintops separated by deep valleys. The health of these forests is directly linked to the ocean. When the trees on the ridges are cut, the soil washes down and smothers the coral reefs below. This is the ridge-to-reef connection. Without the forest, the ocean dies too. If the chainsaws do not stop, this number 5 spot might be gone before we know it. If you are enjoying this trip around the greenest parts of our world, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us plant more videos for you to watch. Number 4. Palau. Stick with us in the Pacific because number 4 is like a dream. Palau is 90% forest, but it does not look like a normal country. It looks like emerald mushrooms floating on a turquoise sea. These are the rock islands. They are made of limestone and the trees cling to the rock in a way that seems impossible. Palau takes protection seriously. They have created the Palau Pledge, a stamp in every visitor's passport that you must sign, promising the children of Palau that you will tread lightly and preserve their home. The real magic happens when you step off the forest floor and into the water. Hidden within these jungle islands is Jellyfish Lake. Thousands of years ago, the ocean level dropped and trapped jellyfish inside. Over time, having no predators, they lost their sting. You can swim through millions of them, surrounded by jungle walls in one of the most alien experiences on Earth. Number 3. Gabon. Back to Africa for the land of the giants. Gabon is 91% forest, and it is known as the second lung of the Earth, right after the Amazon. Gabon decided to ban the export of raw logs, forcing companies to process wood inside the country, which slowed down deforestation. But to see the heart of this forest, you must find Langwe Bai. It is a secret clearing, a swampy, mineral-rich nervous system of the jungle. Here, forest elephants gather in the hundreds to drink the mineral water, emerging from the dense canopy into the open. It is a scene that has remained unchanged for thousands of years, and on the coast, at Luango National Park, the forest grows right up to the beach. Because of that, you see things here you will not see anywhere else. You can see hippos surfing in the Atlantic Ocean waves. You can see elephants walking on the sand. It is a place where the jungle meets the sea in a crash of waves and tusks. Number 2, the Federated States of Micronesia. We return to the Pacific for a surprise. Micronesia is 92% forest, but it is not all wild. A lot of this is what we call agroforest. It is an edible landscape. The people here have cultivated the forest to feed them. Coconuts, breadfruit, and bananas grow in a multi-layered system that looks wild, but is actually a carefully managed farm. This green armor protects the islands from typhoons and rising sea levels, proving that agriculture doesn't have to mean deforestation. And hidden in these mangroves is Nanmadol, the Venice of the Pacific. It is an ancient stone city built on top of coral reefs, now consumed by the mangroves. It is a haunting reminder that civilizations rise and fall, but the forest always waits to take over. Number 1. Suriname. And finally, the greenest nation on earth, Suriname. This small country on the shoulder of South America is 94 to 98% forest. It is almost entirely green. The population lives on a thin strip of coast, leaving the massive interior virtually untouched. Deep in the southern interior, in the Sipaliwini savanna, you might find a jewel on the forest floor, the blue poison dart frog. Electric blue and utterly fearless, it exists only here. It is a living relic, trapped in islands of forest by the surrounding grasslands. A perfect example of the unique evolution that happens when a forest is left alone. But the most incredible story here is not about the frogs, but the people. Centuries ago, enslaved Africans escaped from plantations and ran deep into this jungle. They survived, fought off the colonial armies, and built their own independent societies. They are called the Maroons. Today, they still live there, maintaining African traditions that have been lost even in Africa itself. They are the guardians of the world's densest forest, living proof that nature can be a fortress for freedom. From the ice of Finland to the heat of Suriname, these nations are the lungs of our planet. They show us that there are many ways to value a tree as timber, as carbon, as a home, or as a god. Which of these forests would you want to visit, and which one do you think will survive the next century? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more of our amazing world, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.